Welcome to the Extra Yard, the episode 3 of 3 for this week. We are here without Michael. We have casted him away. He is no longer going to be a host on the show. Instead, we have Josh Houtz, also known as Just Houtz on Twitter, joining in with the butthole.
Just Houtz. Give him some respect, dog. Like, that is not just Houtz. That is Joshua Houtz, bro.
Well, I call him Joshua.
You can call me Just Houtz.
I feel like I'm the only person that calls him Joshua, and that's pretty much how it always goes. But Houtz, thank you for joining. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I mean, I told you before this, I was just excited to get to come on here and talk to both of you because, and we kind of all came together and been producing Dolphins content. So it's exciting to be on here.
That we have. Yes. All right. Well, Juan, I know we've had a sponsor here throughout the week. I want to make sure that you're able to plug that. You have the plug better than anyone else. So if you would like to do that without further ado.
Yeah, let's talk about my guy CIAPIFL. That's his Twitter. You could catch him there. He has some great Dolphins opinions, but outside of that, I the best way I could describe it's like the first night, man. He's like having that Batman utility belt. Like, he could do it all. He could make sure your wife is good. Your spouse is good. He can make sure any legal investigations you need to get done. He's your man, bro. So like I said, always make sure you got that Batman utility belt. And I think we got a video, right, Kai?
Yes, we do. Want to give another huge thanks for them sponsoring the show and sponsoring everything we've done here throughout the week. Of course, again, this is our third show this week, and Michael is not here because Michael hates us and instead he wants to go watch an anime. But we gave him a pass.
I'll give him a little bit more of a pass. It's a big movie. I'll allow it to live.
We've given Michael the pass, but we're here. It is draft week. Everything is great, and it's finally come to that point, right, where we're down to the last day. We're down to the last sleep before the draft. Everyone's getting ready to watch draft day. Everyone's getting ready to enjoy themselves, get the food that they have ready, getting ready to either be extremely happy or throw something at their monitor, TV, whatever you want to name it. Your mock drafts have to be final, and of course, we'll do one with Houtz today. And starting with you, Josh, final thoughts as we get ready to gear up. Tomorrow is the day. It is decision day being tomorrow. What are your final thoughts about everything?
I hate to go back to the old wrestling references, but I think of what Stone Cold once said, and he said, DTA, don't trust anyone, and that's kind of where I'm going with right now. This close to the draft, I don't believe anything that's coming out. You're sitting here telling me now all of a sudden the Dolphins want an offensive lineman when, they weren't really reported to even go that direction. All of a sudden now, Devontae Smith, again, I keep making jokes. He ate salad for a consecutive day, and now he's 166 and can't catch a football. So it's crazy what's going on, but I'm just so happy that it's finally going to all come together, and, we can finally start talking about the prospects that they draft instead of who they might draft.
Who are you? Okay, so I know you joke around with Devonta Smith. What do you think? What do you make of all that? Like, it's been so crazy for me. Like, all this stuff that's been coming out, out about Devonta, I feel like has been ridiculous, especially considering that we're in a different age and era now than we were when other people were out there, doing it at probably similar sort of, body types. What have you made of all of that?
I mean, sorry, I thought it was muted. Again, I just think it's a little bit overblown. I mean, he went out there and dominated the SEC, went out there and had the best season for a collegiate receiver that we've ever seen, won the Heisman. To think that, he's going to come to the NFL and all of a sudden he's not going to be able to do those things. I mean, it's crazy to me. So it's blown out of proportion, but at the same time, if you're sitting there and you're in Chris Greer's shoes and, Jamar Chase is there, Kyle Pitts or one of these other guys there that might be more of that prototypical type. I mean, can you per se, put your job on the line or put your reputation on the line to go out there and go to bat for Devontae Smith over Jamar Chase or some of those other guys. So I really don't know how the Dolphins are feeling, but again, I think they're going to come away with one of these playmakers, and we should all feel pretty damn good about whichever one it is.
So I completely agree. I feel like any of the four that you get, I'm including Kyle Pitts in there too. I feel like it's a win for us at all. I'm just curious, how if you had to rank them in terms of who you want, what would be your ranking of them?
Okay, so I've been kind of going with the same thing, so I'm not really going too out of the box. But I'd go with Kyle Pitts, then I'd go with Devontae Smith, and again, some of that might just be because of all the outside noise and me just rooting extra hard for him. I mean, you saw that jambalaya quote. I mean, I was laughing so hard. I was so glad I'm not an
bro.
NFL GM because I probably would have wrote down on the paper, Devontae Smith no matter what after that comment. I'm tired, man. I was just dying, but I think I'd have it Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith, and then Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle. I throw Rashad Bateman in there, and we say here we're not even talking about Penny Sewell, but it'd be crazy, if the Dolphins do end up taking him. I mean, our fan base, we might be a little bit upset by that, but isn't it just crazy that you'd be getting one of those, once in a generation offensive linemen, and this fan base would be up in arms about it?
It's pretty insane just because if we go down how it was supposed to go, it was always, Devontae Smith, and then there were sprinkles of Penei Sewell in there a little bit. My dog had to go get the flag. I feel you, bro.
Nice.
I feel you.
Speaking
And
of existence,
what's crazy? It feels like this whole offseason's been like a one day for each player, and then the next day it flips to the next, and then the next day it flips to the next, and then it just feels like there's been like a never stop stream of news. Like I feel like yesterday was like Jalen Waddle day, and I'm really curious because it's smoke screen season, so you already know you can't trust nothing you hear.
It's kind of crazy. Like I feel like we've all understood now, like everything that's coming out and everything related to the Dolphins, it's all smoke screens anyways. Like I don't understand.
Thing is, we know that, and we still get mad. We still get mad every time someone reports something. Every month.
Penei Sewell is the one that I guess is so frustrating because I feel everyone thinks, even though
Fredo's comment.
It is true.
Oh,
but like we look at that and it's like everyone's mad at the Penei Sewell one, even though it still would be a good one. I feel like it's just because everyone says you have to get your guy to some targets. Would you guys be disappointed if we come out of tomorrow and it's, let's say, an offensive lineman and an edge rusher?
An O lineman and an edge rusher. You're going
sure.
all meats and potatoes right there. That's a tough pill to swallow. I'm not gonna front. It would be a little, all right, well, let's see what you got the next couple rounds. But I think if it's Sewell, you kind of understand it. I think if it's an edge, depending on who, if it's Kwity Paye or if you're, maybe
Jalen Phillips.
Jalen Phillips, that's it wouldn't be the worst thing. I feel like initially the first reaction might be to vomit, but then after a while you're like, we've seen worse.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, we've seen the Deion Jordans.
I was just gonna say, tomorrow we might be sitting here and be upset about it, but then 3-5 years down the road, we're gonna be like, you know what, that was a hell of a draft that they had, because this receiving class is pretty deep, and we continue to talk about that. So I would definitely be upset tomorrow, but a couple years down the road, it might be okay.
So will we get one of those Houtz videos, like how you were screaming the other time?
I gotta stop with those. People keep posting pictures, and I'm just like, damn, dude. Like I knew quarantine started, and I put on some pounds, but I just look at that picture, and I'm like, oh man, dude, you gotta stop. You gotta calm down a little bit. You got 2 kids.
You have to get
embarrassing the hell.
It's like the Tua Tagovailoa baby videos. That's what we have to get. Like tomorrow, if it's Kyle Pitts, like I need a video you screaming at your phone.
I'll do that for sure, either way. But I gotta calm it down a little bit because
all right. So you might go crazy for 6. I'm just curious, what's your thought process for 18?
Yeah, for me,
because Juan hates Najee Harris.
I love how the tail has just grown and now it's full on hate. I guess I'll eat it.
Unless it's to the Buffalo Bills at 30, then he likes it.
Okay, so you hate Najee Harris unless he lands in Buffalo. Okay, noted. But for me, I think I keep saying they should go edge, or if Micah Parsons falls, or Zaven Collins. You can list off which defensive player you want there at 18. My biggest thing is if you pass on a Najee Harris, if you pass on a Travis Etienne, you pass on Javon. I missed what he said. You pass on Javonte Williams, and then you don't get that running back. Be pretty upset about that. So I think they will go edge there, and maybe even an offensive lineman. But if they somehow don't get a running back, or they don't go Najee at 18, I'd like to see him get back up there, because if they miss out on one of those big 3, I'm ready to riot.
Would you say that between Najee being your top, it sounds like, and then Javonte being like your third, would you say that there's a considerable gap?
I don't think so. I think Javonte Williams. I don't know. I have him ranked Harris, Etienne, and Williams, but if you're asking me which of these guys I like the most, I kind of lean towards Williams, because he is that thunder. He's younger. I think the way he would fit in this offense, and then you can't even overlook, in some of these mock drafts, he's fallen to 36 or so. So instead of using that 18 pick and on the running back, it's a little easier to say, but no one truly knows. And you keep hearing rumblings that Williams might sneak into the first round, in which case you might have to take Najee at 18. And if they do that, even if you're not the biggest fan, just to sit there and see Devontae Smith and Najee Harris rename with Tua, I mean, we'd all be pretty excited for that.
Facts. Might as well get an Alabama tattoo.
Devonta's, that's the one,
get the sun behind it.
Smith and Harrison, don't look back. That's kind of the one. And then, of course, it says here, one of the Dolphins drafted running back in the third. Now I realize they need a running back in the second. I think we all have just come to the realization that
That's a good one.
Year, is it going to be for the first? Or is it?
They just need a running back. I think that's the realization that everyone's coming to. It's like, yeah. What Studsville was able to do last year with Gaskin. Or as you
but
say,
do we
Gaskin,
overlook Gaskin? Because I hate that we kind of do overlook Gaskin. I mean, he averaged 4.1 yards per carry, and if he was healthy, I think he played 10 games. If he played that full season, he has 1,000 yards. He probably eclipses 1,000 yards rushing. And then these Dolphin fans, we're all talking about how he's a top 5 running back all of a sudden. So I don't know. It's temporary expectations.
I'm right there with you, Houtz. I've been saying all off season. Look, for the games that he played, the 10 games, he averaged 97.2 scrimmage yards a game. That's like 10th best in running backs. Like the guy's not a slouch. The only problem, or not even the problem, what I feel like it's like
guy.
Yeah,
Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking more so like if we miss, because the thing is, my thinking process right now is like I'm really concerned at center. I'm not really comfortable with Skura. For me, I feel like 36 is like at this point I'm seeing Creed Humphrey like Kai yesterday had Creed Humphrey with the Jets, and that makes sense to me. I could see it with Pittsburgh. I could see it with Green Bay. Yeah, that I know, but it makes sense to me. So then it's like, damn, is he gonna make it to even 36? Are you gonna jump the gun and go Landon Dickerson at 36 or Quinton Myers maybe? Like that. That's my concern.
36 still, because nice. Possibly trading back into the first round. I know, me and Houtz know Kanata very well, and Kanata loves to just tweet out things here and there. And he's been tweeting
out some breadcrumbs.
He's been going nonstop.
Who knows kind of what that, what might happen there. Of course, again, everything's smoke screens, but at the same time, it's like if they do trade up to 9, I think Dolphins fans would be much happier if they take Sewell at 6 if he's there, trade up to 9 and select either of Waddle or Smith. I don't think that there would be as much riot going on. Would you agree, Houtz? You shook your head a little bit there.
No, I agree. I'm just sitting there just thinking about how we're talking, 24 hours before the draft and thinking that's an outcome, Could you imagine if they got Devontae Smith and Sewell? I mean, damn, that sounds great. So, I mean, stranger things have happened, and it does sound like Denver's trying to move after that Teddy Bridgewater trade.
Yeah. It feels like they initially wanted a quarterback. Cough, Mac Jones.
Too pricey.
But price probably not too high.
I think I'm telling you, I feel it in my bones. I feel like Mac Jones really is gonna go 3, and it's gonna.
Damn, I hope.
And the only real wrench that I could see thrown is if maybe the Jets go Justin Field. If not, it's looking like Fields is gonna drop quite a bit unless somebody jumps up to trade up for him.
But not the 32 like Sims, right? Not the 32.
No. I could see maybe like 18, somebody like Washington maybe wanting to trade up. Like I don't see it like really at all at this point going in the top maybe 10 to 12 picks at all.
All right. Well, we moved from that to something special here. So yesterday we did a Marvel Cinematic Universe draft with our guy Royal A. Shepherd, who of course wants to take over for Michael full time.
I had the best,
and we're considering it. And
I do not want to take over from Michael. I promise.
He said, Royal said this morning that he had the best by far.
No way.
I guess you're gonna be fine with.
We're gonna talk about that one of these days. Oh, tomorrow we're gonna see him tomorrow on
yes, we will. So I thought about something today. I was like, oh, Juan, we should do an interesting draft with Houtz. And when you think of him, what do you think? Well, one, you think of course screaming at his phone, and of course being like the leader of some trends there for Dolphins Twitter, right? The other thing is whenever there's a player that ever does anything remotely crazy, it becomes Houtz the meme god. So why don't we do a meme draft? A meme of Dolphins players from past and present, where it's like, okay, this guy was a meme for this, and that. You could pick your all Dolphins meme squad. Houtz, since you are the guest,
this is
you
horrible.
will have the first overall pick.
What? How? What am I supposed to do here? Meme god.
So look, give
me the best available players here. I don't even.
I'll give you. I remember
my
first one. Nah, I think for me, if we're thinking memes, I'm thinking Ted Ginn and drafting the Ted Ginn family. That to me
Okay.
is like
Ted
like
Ginn, Matt Moore getting hit on the sideline.
Okay,
Pat
I thought you
White,
meant memes
things that were
like
just turned.
Pat White
No, no, no,
getting
no, no.
getting
We're
ate
talking
up by
about
Ike Taylor.
yeah, we're talking about like Dolphins players like Deion Jordan. You could
I was
consider
gonna
Larry
say.
Tunsil as a meme.
I was gonna
Like
go.
things like that.
Yeah, I was going Deion Jordan there. That's what we were gonna say. So
All
I'll go
right,
Deion
so
Jordan because after that trade up, that's terrible.
I'm gonna go with the Teddy Ginn family. You know, bringing all the Gins up to or down to South Florida.
I get two back to back here. Okay, since you had two, so
You
I'm
do.
gonna go with a present meme in 19 who cannot catch the football,
Nice.
and then my second one is going to be Kalen Balaj, and those are gonna be my two Dolphin meme picks there. Juan, it goes back to you.
So I don't want to disrespect Ricky, but like the forever image I have of him is like on the newspaper with his face turned back or with his shoulder like just looking at his shoulders, and then it's like weed or pothead or whatever the hell they were saying, and it was like the dumbest thing to me because it's like, dude, like 10 years later here we are, and it's like we're fine with it. So I'm gonna go Ricky Williams.
Do I get two? Because I got some good ones. I got good
you
ones
get
now.
two back to back.
Okay, so we gotta do Chris Forrester, right? The offensive line coach. So we have to do him. And then I don't know if you guys. You remember when Randy Starks flipped off his own sideline? Because that was a pretty good one too. Randy.
I have a good one now.
Who was that?
I'm starting to get good ones now.
Was that Philbin?
I think so. I think so. But I just remember that blurry picture. That was great.
All right, so Juan has a damn.
He's got to take care of kids. I know how that is.
What did you? So what was your first again? There you said Deion Jordan.
Well, I said and the Meowgatron. Do you remember when they tried to make it seem like Brian Hart? Maybe I didn't even get it. Maybe that one didn't count. But I remember when Brian Hartline was supposed to be Meowgatron. Yeah. So I did Deion Jordan. I did Chris Forrester, and I did Randy Starks.
Chris Forrester has to be like one of the funniest meme things that has ever happened in Dolphins history. Like that, that whole thing of him talking to the camera and going out there and sniffing the line. It's got to be like one of those top tier, just upper echelon things with that. What would you like, I guess, besides Forrester, like what would you consider kind of one of those things that just will never leave Dolphins Twitter and Dolphins history forever?
The Charles Harris thing too, right? The door, because that's one of the biggest draft moments I can ever think of. I remember going to the draft and I was so sad there, and then driving home and I saw these pictures of a broken door, and I remember liking it, and Charles Harris blocked me for it. It was a great time.
So I don't know if we've gone to this one yet, but Brady Quinn, and everybody losing their collective minds. And then is this the last round? Because I have a little.
We can go back one more.
Yeah,
we'll go back one more. So from there, I'm gonna go. I can't remember his name right now. For the life of me. But it's like one of the most popular gifts when you search up Miami Dolphins punter, war number 2, I believe. Can't remember his name for the life of me right now. Give it him.
No, not
snap
Matt
now.
Brandon Fields.
I was gonna say Brandon Fields. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, getting the snap, hitting him in the face mask. And then my other one after that is Kiko Alonso going to the wrong side.
I was gonna use that one next. That's
the other one that I was thinking of.
I'm gonna steal this. So I'm surprised this one hasn't been said yet. But the guy who was the prophet who prophesied Tua Tagovailoa after the Josh Rosen trade, I feel like that just will forever live in lore. And that's my pick.
All right, and then last pick Houtz here for this one.
Oh, I'm up. Damn, I had a good one, but I completely forget what it was. Oh, do you guys remember that game? I believe, again, it was Joe Philbin, and I think they were playing the Packers, and they called a timeout because Philip Wheeler was in coverage. He was in man coverage. They called timeout, and they came back out and ran it again, and he ended up scoring a touchdown and won the game. So, I don't know if that's a meme, but I will never forget that. That's ridiculous.
I was at that game where they were winning the game for a majority.
Such a good game, and then they did that.
Lost.
The point of this exercise was to piss me off, obviously.
Yeah,
wow,
it was saving some, It
was a terrible ending to it. Wow, I can't really remember that.
You bring some memories to,
that was dope.
How crazy Dolphins, Twitter can be and the stupid stuff and Dolphins in general, like, the stupid stuff that could go on there because of just how interesting, I guess, like the Dolphins have been. Like, there's so many things that you can go through and look at where you're just like, it's, meme after meme, joke after joke. Whereas you look at it and you're like, that's so Dolphins. Like you just look at that and you're like, yep.
Just wonder when good things were gonna happen. Just kept waiting for good things to happen.
One of the new ones right now people are gonna use is like, I guess like it's not really a meme, but it's something that obviously is still a highlight. Christian Wilkins jumping into the commissioner's arms when he gets drafted. I feel like
I do not want
one
to talk
that's-
about Christian Wilkins jumping on nobody until we figure out
Why?
what happened with Preston Williams.
You should hire your
I'm
investigator.
not-
Hire your investigator. What are you doing?
I have the tools, bro.
Let's
I
do
don't.
it.
You see, like we know what happened to Preston. Come on, Juan.
Nah, I still have. There's
He
a
literally
group.
got jumped in the end
There's a
zone.
group on Twitter that swears by the fact it was the gator roll by the Arizona Cardinals player and not the 300-something pound lineman who jumped on somebody's ankle.
No, it was most that he was hobbling right after that. Like it's I guess Mac Hollins has also become like, now I'm starting to think of some other ones. Mac Hollins has started to become kind of like that guy, you know, with everything that he's been doing, you know, pregame. So you keep him for that energy, right, Juan? That's what we were saying before.
Listen, we need a Monkey D. Luffy on this team, and if he wants to fit that role, by all means, let's get it.
All right, so from there, as we get through that, we want to get to something that Juan really wanted to talk about. So I think Juan can segue us perfectly here. JT Sullivan had a 2021 QB ranking.
And look, I'm not gonna. I feel kind of passionate about this. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna try to dunk
this on Preston.
Go off, King.
Here we go. Here we go. So I'm not really trying to go off on JT Sullivan, but the other day I spent about 10 to 15 minutes watching a video of his because he does some good work with QB school and all that type of stuff. And I come to find out it was actually him trolling Chris Sims on April Fools. And he spent about 17 minutes on that, right? But then today he dropped his own QB rankings, which he saw fitting to drop with less, minutes. He only did it with 13 minutes. So it's like you took the joke more serious than your actual one. And then I'm going through it, and then I'm seeing Justin Fields is 1, Trevor Lawrence 2, Trey Lance 3, Zach Wilson
4,
and then Mac Jones 5. Or no, sorry, Kellen Mond 5.
And then Mac Jones 6.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself, yo, you trolled Chris Sims for 17 minutes about his quarterback rankings, and you're gonna come out with that. It was asinine to me. I don't know.
What do you have any takes on that, Houtz? I mean, I wouldn't put Mac Jones behind Kellen Mond, but I definitely think that Mac Jones is, like, in my opinion, I
like Kellen Mond. Let me just say that, but there's a lot to digest with his list. I don't know.
Yeah, like I told you guys at the beginning, the biggest thing for me was that someone finally put some respect on Justin Fields' name. That was the biggest shocker here. And like you said, putting Mond over Mac Jones. I'm definitely not a Mac Jones fan, but I don't know that I have Kelly Mond over him, not at this point. So it looks like some more hot take QB rankings like these guys like to throw out there.
Like is saying, outreach sells, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Outrage literally sells. It's crazy because, like, what is it? I guess, Juan, you'd be the perfect person to ask here because you are the biggest fanboy of Mac Jones that's on the internet right now, probably besides his family. What is it with Mac Jones that you see that is the reason why?
I feel like I look at Mike Jones'
like,
body type, and I feel like that could have been me. So it just gives me shades of hope that one day it could have been me up there because respectfully, he just does not look like a football player. Like he just, he looks like late night. He's, munching on some, munchies. I don't know how to break it down. But the dude comes Saturday night or whenever the game is, the dude bald. And my only thing with him is like narratives, right? It's annoying to me, like a narrative of like, this guy, Justin Fields, he had to go from Georgia to Ohio State, and he won, and he did everything. Okay, well, I kind of like Mac Jones' story too. A 3-star recruit going to Alabama, having to go and battle, Hurts, having to go and battle Tua, and then you look at it, and then he finally gets his chance. And what's the dude? What does he do? He goes, he eats, he balls, he gets a natty.
Definitely,
he makes his he definitely eats. He makes his receiver get a Heisman, and then it's just he was surrounded by first-round picks. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, to me, it just seems like it's like the opposite of it's almost like the Justin Fields thing, but it just kind of got sparked up because Chris Sims said, I think my friend would want to take Mac Jones. That was literally what sparked this up.
That's what it was. He was on the Dan Patrick show, and he said that if there's any quarterback that fits Kyle Shanahan the best, and he made sure to say, "Oh, not that I talked to him. We're really good friends. Not that I asked him.
This
But
is
if
just what
anyone
I think. Yeah.
it would be Mac Jones, and I think that's really what's like you said, sparked everything happening. But I do, when all is said and done, and I guess we'll go around and we'll ask as well. We'll go to Houtz next. When all is said and done, I think 1 and 2 from this draft are going to be Fields and Lawrence, not in any order. I'm just saying those are going to be 1 and 2. What would you think about that, Houtz?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. I think Trey Lance is kind of that X factor. And, as much as I don't want to say I don't like Zach Wilson, I'm just not sure I'm as hyped up about him. I think he will have a successful career there in New York. So I think I agree with you. Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence.
Juan?
See, that's like a tricky question to me. If you ask me who I'm excited about Zach Wilson, but I'm not excited where he's going to go. I feel like it's just he's going to a wasteland.
Quarterback hell.
We hope he does, right?
Yeah, literally, exactly. Justin Fields to me is a very interesting player, depending on where you can actually get him. If you're asking me if he's sitting there at 15 for the Patriots or wherever they're at, and they feel like they should get him, I mean, damn, I'd be hard pressed to.
Anyway, he gets to 15.
I really don't want to see that happen.
I don't think he gets past.
I mean, I really looked at it today. I really looked at the draft order. After Carolina got their quarterback, after Denver got their quarterback, if you're gonna tell me the Lions are gonna get their quarterback, cool, I could see it. But Jared Goff's got a big deal. I don't really think they'll go quarterback. I think if you look at the receiver,
though, as well, like they're like Vegas could possibly trade up. If he's there at 12, like the Eagles are kind of an interesting franchise. They don't want to say it's Jalen Hurts, but if Justin Fields is there, you want to put some competition out there as well.
They could have had him at 6, though.
They could have, but they traded down. Just like the Dolphins would have had a shoe-in to get Kyle Pitts at 3, and they traded down.
Because they weren't so hot on Kyle Pitts.
Well, obviously they are, because it's Kyle Pitts is going to be the greatest player that comes out of this draft anyway.
sorry guys.
But sorry. Anyways, but I think that you look at some. I don't think he'll fall to 15. I would be shocked, honestly. I think a team trades up and gets him, especially considering how much we've heard and the noise around the Washingtons over there. That would be kind of the one where I think. Yeah, because I refuse. First of all, I didn't want to call them by their team name when they were their team name. Second of all, Washington football team is a stupid name. So
they say
the Washingtons. They should be like the DC football club or like the Washington football club. Like I think that sounds.
Minnesota's a wild card. Where does Minnesota pick? 14?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like the other one I was thinking is like if I could think of anyone here in this order that could trade up, like, and it would just be kind of that. I wouldn't be too shocked. It would be Vegas, Minnesota, Washington, Chicago. Like those are the only ones I think that that could possibly go up. But anyways, as we go from there, and again, yesterday we did go a little longer than we intended to with Royal, but that's just because Royal is Royal, and it's just going to happen no matter what because he hijacks everything. It's fun though, but Royal is Royal, and we love Royal. Obviously we've been having so much content throughout the week. Obviously we're gonna have a lot of content tomorrow, but today, and I guess really into tomorrow, it's your last chance to be able to do mock drafts. We've done 2 mock drafts thus far.
Show him what he's working with. Week. You got a serious combatant, and then you have a like a lightweight.
Well, hey, Royal did get, to his credit, one player that Alf tweeted him and said, hey, I'm not gonna lie, Pete Werner's a good guy. He can ball. So give Royal a little bit of credit. But through day 1 and day 2, this is how everything shapes out. Of course, day 1, Dolphins hadn't made the trade yet, so the pick swaps are now in for you and Royal. So it was still 258 there, and that's when Alf decides to go Sam Ehlinger. Alfredo was given like the green light by every single person that's ever lived on Twitter for this draft.
Yes,
he's gotten mad love.
So that's your main competition right now, Houtz. There's no pressure at all.
I almost got to go out of the box here. That basically, there isn't because he already killed it. So I'm just going to be the guy trying to beat him with this.
So
trying to think of how the hell I got to do this.
We do have it's already set up. I only ran 1. It's played out how it is. I've had it open since the show started, and it's the PFN mock draft simulator. It's one we've been doing every single time, and this is how we've had everything fall through so far. Let me zoom in just so everything works.
I like it.
Thus far,
I like it.
As it starts out, we got 4 QBs to start, and then Penny Sewell at 5, which leaves Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and Rashawn Slater and others here. Devonta Smith, most notably to anyone who has not come in for day 1 or day 2, it is a no trade mock whatsoever. It is whatever pick is there is the pick the Dolphins are getting. So at 6, 18, 36, 50, 81, 156, 231, and 244. And me and Juan have no bearings on this. This is all
Houtz.
Houtz.
He is literally GM, VP.
So
He's everything right now. You're
the glasses and all.
Get him.
Because mock drafts are like buttholes. That's why. Okay, so with the
I
6th pick,
didn't know if that was a butthole or if that was like a bloodshot eye. I didn't want to ask.
We're gonna say it's
I'm glad you cleared that up.
pumpkin. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts. I can't pass on him. I mean, I was gonna
All right,
try to
so
do something different here, but yeah, you can't pass on Kyle Pitts.
So on the negatives,
Kyle
they're
Pitts,
very hard to get by. I don't know how you can stomach that.
Can't clone him.
Negative that we saw is the blocking. But Kyle Pitts
Went to Florida.
Dolphins fans are hoping that it falls this way. He did go to Florida.
Yeah, that's a big negative.
To comment here, it's a beautiful positive. The one thing I think that we should comment on: Trey Lance getting picked 3, Justin Fields 4, which means your guy Juan, your prized possession, and Mac Jones to potentially fall. So I'll be interested to see where he goes. But Kyle
you
Pitts
say
is the pick
prized
there at
possession
6.
like you don't want to explain the whole thing. It's Mac Jones is literally either
There you go.
boom or bust, and then if he goes to
No
the
shot
Niners,
this happens, but
wow.
there you go. Yeah, I don't think that would be a possibility, but there you go. Then from here, this is kind of how you have the board. And if you ever, Houtz, if you want me to go offense, defense, stay all, whatever, just let me know. Whatever pick you're thinking about being at or any position.
Quiddy Pay guy's looking real nice.
Can you just scroll down? Yeah, I was thinking Quiddy Pay, but I'm trying to do something different. So
thus far, the consensus has been Pitts Najee. That's been the one that's happened each time. So those have been the ones. Of course, you have like Christian Barmore. Not that you really need it. You don't need a defensive tackle, but then Najee, of course, Vera Tucker, Rashad Bateman, Quiddy Pay, Travis Etienne, who have been ones that looked at Creed Humphreys, Evan Collins. So a bunch of guys that you have here that you can look through.
No pressure. I went Collins 18, in my mock draft. No pressure though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Quiddy Pay. I was asked the other day if I thought, the two I thought with my gut was the 2 picks for the Dolphins, and I said Smith and Quiddy Pay. So we'll throw him out there. We know that he can do a lot of those things that the Dolphins need, and Brian Flores will probably be giddy as hell if they land him.
Yeah.
So there we
go. It is kind of
Quiddy
cheating though, because you can see where they're ranked. So I can just sit here and wait and hope that they fall. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to win this thing.
Quiddy
so don't get mad at me.
There at 18, and then now we will wait
miss a running back.
Go.
Okay,
Here at
Najee,
36,
so
I want to quickly see.
We have to have there has to be a running back available, right?
If we go running backs, we have Javonte Williams.
All right, give me Javonte. That's my boy. That's the guy I'm hoping's there.
There we go, Javonte Williams there. Then now we're at 50. Just look at all. You have Alex Leatherwood, Richie Grant, Asante Samuel Jr., Elijah Moore.
What are the centers?
Landon
look like?
Dickerson still available. Look at the centers.
Dickerson's available.
Landon Dickerson's still available there at 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking. For sure.
All right, Landon Dickerson there.
Show me who I took again. I have a
yeah, I'll have
amnesia
you in a second here.
Yeah, we have the same amnesia, bro.
Kyle Pitts, Quiddy Pay, Javonte Williams, and Landon Dickerson. I don't think there was a single
bro. You are
upset with what is being picked here.
Can I just send me your resume? I'm gonna forward it to Greer.
Thank you.
And the chat very much agreeing with you.
Yeah, let's go. You can do cartwheels. That's why I took him. I saw him do a couple cartwheels.
All right. So then at 81 here, as we get ready to round out.
James Dog says it's a perfect draft so far, Joshua. No pressure.
I mean, that's
perfect draft so far.
Scroll down. Let me see what we got working with. Nixon falling all the way down there. Seems like I'd be almost stupid not to.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, go up a little bit.
Damn, Amari at 77 would kill me.
Yeah, give me Nixon.
Davion Nixon?
Yes.
All right, there we go. Davion Nixon, then the pick there, 81.
Not sure how he was there, but we're just gonna take him.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie. You just gave me some homework. I actually hadn't even known his name.
We're trying to win this thing, right?
Oh, God.
Now,
absolutely.
Now we're in the ones where I'm like, I don't know what we're doing here. Shit, what do we need?
Was there any specific position that you want to look at?
I would suggest maybe wide receiver, maybe if you're feeling that way.
Yeah. I screwed the pooch with wide receiver for sure. Damn, they coach.
Oh, you got the
They
the
got the
guy, it's
unicorn.
okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get some growth out of Preston, and DVP is gonna be healthy for a whole 17.
Show me the safeties.
I couldn't even say
Yeah,
that with a straight face. Oh my
I
god.
hope he is.
DeMar Hamlin, that's someone who was
Go
picked
back to
up,
all.
Just
I'm sorry, I'm having you
Going
go
back
all
to
over the
all?
place because honestly,
You're good.
I honestly struggle to remember who I took. That's my biggest issue here.
here I can show you again. Kyle Pitts, Quiddy Page, Javonte Williams, Landon Dickerson, and Davion Nixon.
Okay, so based on this, can I check out tackles?
Only for you, Sorty.
Hugs and
You wanna look
kisses.
at the tackles for Ooh,
Yeah.
what the heck?
XOXO.
Yeah, I told you my
Hey.
kids are getting anxious and I have to go soon, and I'm just sitting here taking all damn day.
We're
Oh,
good.
God, I
know
don't
what the heck is going on there. There we go.
Yeah, we're in no man's land here. I know I've heard of the Buffalo guy. All right, yeah, go back. We're just gonna take give me Austin Watkins. I've seen a little bit of him. I know that he
I like it.
worked well at the Senior Bowl, so we're gonna go with him. I was gonna take Cade Johnson, but
Sounds
I
good.
I'm gonna go with
Damn, Finstock turned quick on you, bro.
now we just wait. He muted me after the last pick. Damn.
All right,
I
now
panicked.
231.
It's all right. We're gonna post all three mocks.
Yeah,
all right,
we'll
by
go
our
want-
expert panel.
I want a
And,
quarterback now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
wait,
it.
wait.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Oh man.
Ian Book, Sam Ellinger. Those are pretty. I mean, I guess kind of the two that you look at.
All right,
Still
click
love it.
on my draft one more time. I just got to confirm something because I saw Lyric Jackson down there. Did we already draft a tackle? We did not. That's where I'm going. Nah, that
Tackle,
should
Alaric
fill.
Jackson?
Yeah, yes, that should fill. Let's see what we got here. Are people talking? I think we got this bad boy.
No, Al said the Jets took Felipe Franks, and that's what he's laughing at. What is the Jets' current? Oh, they did take. So they took Zach Wilson and Felipe Franks.
He's actually,
Oh my God.
he's paying attention. Oh my god!
And
Look at
they
that
got
draft.
Royals guy
Damn.
too. Look at that.
That draft looked pretty good though.
All right,
Fuck.
and then now 244 last pick. You want to
Go
go
to
quarterback?
Yeah, I'm going Ian Book. He wears a visor, and they coached him at the Senior Bowl. That's all I got on
That is all you need in
All
this world. Just your quarterback
Yeah.
to wear a visor.
So here we have.
I was
the
trying to
mock
win
draft
this
from
thing. I don't know if
We
I
got
did
Kyle Pitts, Quiddy Page, Javonte Williams, Landon Dickerson, Davion Nixon, Austin Watkins, Alaric Jackson, and Ian Book. All
Ian Book's
here
going to the
are
practice
part of
squad.
the draft.
Yo, Houtz, you got somebody on the floor over there at Iowa. Two Iowa Buckeyes, bro. I didn't even know their names till tonight.
I watched David Nixon. I liked what I saw from him. And Alaric Jackson, I think it's kind of corny to say, but I've been doing these mock drafts. I think last year I saw his name popping up, so I did some tape on him. So I feel he could be a late round gem, and we needed a tackle. So let's
love
get
it.
him out there and compete like Brian Flores likes to see.
I
Well,
love it, bro.
As we are here, we want to make sure to round everything off. We got an A- up there.
Finn's
from,
dog,
from
look at
Finn's
that.
dog.
I can do that. Can you unmute me, please? Now I heard him say mute me. So.
But as we get ready here, of course, tomorrow we're gonna have our draft spectacular, and then of course it'll go off into Saturday or Thursday, or Friday. Oh my God, brain is not working. I'm tired. Friday as well, and then I don't know if
gonna
I
get
don't think we're
worse.
doing anything for the late rounds. I know, for real. But that's how we've been able to do everything. I want to thank Houtz for coming on again and having that time. And then we will continue to go on. This is what we laughed about. So, like Jorge Masvidal, Houtz. There we go. So
Yeah, I
thank you
want to
guys so
say it,
much
but
for-
I was gonna mention that last week. I was looking in the mirror. I was like, "Yo, if like you dad bod Masvidal, because like
Sorty would have bet on you, Houtz. That's all that matters in this world.
Oh, there we go. So we got Sorty back in here, and then Austin coming through and saying it's an A+. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for all the
Thank you,
support
Houtz.
on the past 3 days of episodes. You can go back and look at them. We had day 1 with Alfredo Arteaga, day 2 with Royal Kuiper Jr., and then day 3 here with Houtz. And you can find all of those there on the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube channel. Go back and look at them. Please do so. I made them some thumbnails that look good.
Are
and it's about time.
fire.
So I would appreciate it if you do
awesome.
that. And then just, of course, everything that we've had here. So thank you guys so much for coming out. We will see you guys tomorrow for the Draft Spectacular.